Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first season finale of Jeremiah's Brainbusters. I'm your host, Jeremiah, and this is the episode where we dive deep into the amazing world of superpowers and share all of your super creative responses. Now for today's adventure, the season finale has gotten me real pumped up, because today we're sharing your responses that you sent in through our website. So, we have quite a number of responses to our question, if you had a superpower, what would it be? We'll share your responses right after this quick break. What has to be broken before you can use it? Keep listening to find out the answer. Welcome back. So joining me today is actually my dad, Rudy. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Jeremiah. I can't wait to see all of these great responses to this question.
Yeah, there appears to be 13 responses to this question, and a couple of them have also asked questions in previous episodes. So, the first response was sent in by Mason from Utah, and he asked the question, how do bananas change color? Which was Season 1, Episode 6. His response was an interesting one, actually, and it was to magically create panda bears out of thin air.
Oh, that's interesting. So he actually just wanted to be able to magically create pandas? Like a magic spell? And pandas are endangered animals too, so that's extra smart.
Kids, if you don't know what endangered means, it means that there are almost no more of that animal left. They're still there, but not very many. With pandas, scientists are expecting them to be extinct by 2045, which is 20 years from now.
All right, the next response was sent in by Ben from Michigan. He wanted to have the power to be able to turn invisible.
Oh, so it's like chameleons in our very first episode. How do chameleons change color?
Yes, exactly.
All right, the next one was from Spencer, who lives in Utah, and he said he would like to shapeshift. Kids, that basically means he can change what he looks like. He could turn into a plant or an animal or even another person.
Whoa, that would be so fun. All right, next we have Emily from Montana, who said she would like to have the ability to be able to teleport. And we also have Alicia from Utah, who asked the question of how magnets worked.
Now that would be cool.
Yes, this one is a really good idea.
Yeah, your parents just tell you to go to school and you're just like, bye, Mom and Dad, and then there's a flash of light and you're gone.
Wow, that was really descriptive. Anyway, next we have Michael from New York, and he said he would like super speed, which is pretty close to Emily's and Alicia's. It's basically the same thing, but one is it's more like a really big flash of light, so everybody knows you teleported, but the other, you can do with more secrecy, and so people aren't completely sure that you did that.
Yeah, that was a really good explanation. Next, we have David from Florida, and he said he would like to have instant healing as a superpower.
Ooh, I really like this one because it's like if someone was just like, I broke my leg, then you would just walk over to them and just touch the leg and it would be fixed.
Yeah, that would be super helpful. Next, we have Jessica Miller from Pennsylvania, who wanted the classic Flight. Extra classic from the very first superhero ever created, Superman.
Very nice. Next we have Chris from Illinois, who said he would want to have telekinesis.
That's a good idea. Kids, if you don't know what that means, it means you can move things with your mind. But that is definitely a good idea. Next we have James from Georgia saying he would want to have super strength.
That would be nice. Next we have Megan from Michigan saying she would want to be able to talk to trees. Very creative, Megan.
Now we have Daniel from North Carolina. He said he wanted to not be super smart or super smart, but to be super smart.
That is really smart, Daniel. Who knows what you could do with all of that knowledge? Now, last but not least is Olivia from Virginia. She said she would like to talk to animals.
Wow, I wish I could talk to animals. Then I could better negotiate with the ants about how many apple slices they take from my lunch. They always take them all. Well, that's it for the season finale on Jeremiah's Brainbusters. Thanks, Dad, for joining me today.
You're welcome.
You know what time it is. Joke time! What does Superman eat his breakfast in? A Super Bowl. How did Ant-Man win the Nobel Peace Prize? He was brilliant. Why did Batman get upset while playing cards? They kept saying the Joker was wild. If you would like to submit a joke, go to our website, cott.ly/brainbusters, and click on the button labeled to submit a joke. FactBot time! Today I'm asking FactBot a question. Could superpowers be real?
This answer is according to 4,053 resources across the internet. While superpowers, as depicted in fiction, example, flight, super strength, are not scientifically possible for humans, there are real-life examples of individuals exhibiting abilities that might be considered superhuman in some contexts. These abilities often stem from unique genetic adaptations or extreme training and are not the same as the fantastical powers in comic books.
Well, that was interesting. Remember, if you have a fact-based question, please send it in. You can ask an adult to help you record your question and send it in to our website, cott.ly/brainbusters. We'll be answering your questions in future episodes. This episode was brought to you by Podbean. It was produced, edited, fact-checked, and written by Jeremiah Garcia. A huge thanks to Scratch for giving us tools to edit the sound effects, and to Pixabay for some of the sound effects. And thanks to Rudy Garcia for lending us his voice. If you'd like to support us, please tell your friends about us. It would also help if you leave us a review. Alright, are you ready for the answer for today's riddle? What has to be broken before you can use it? The answer is